TJ, and this is Nativerezmedia, your place for opinionated tech news, reviews, and entertainment. And today we'll be taking a look at a mini projector that was sent out to me. This is the CLokowe T08 mini projector. I'm just gonna go ahead and just start calling this just the T08 or T8 mini projector because the name pronunciation is gonna be hard to keep up with. A company called Eliphaz sent out a projector to me a while back. It was a battery operated one, and I'll put a link in the description or put a card for it that I reviewed. They reached out to me and said if I wanted to review this one, I can, and so I said yes, of course. This is my own opinion about this mini projector. It will be unbiased. They also sent this one as well, and I'll do a small review on this one as a follow-up as well. So if you have this or are thinking about getting this little mini projector, stay tuned for this one. And in this review, I'll be going over what comes in the box. I'll be going over the look and feel, the tech specs, things like that, and my overall opinion of this projector, and if it's something that you should grab. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this review. All right, and let's jump right into what comes in the box. This is the box itself here. Nice size, compact there. This is the projector. Comes in this box here. Table mounted projector. There is no quarter 20 mount on here that you can mount to a tripod or to a ceiling mount or anything like that. It's just fairly simple there. I'm assuming you probably can like stick it and up on something if you want to invert it, because it does have an invert setting in the camera or in the projector settings to where you can mount it inverted, but it doesn't come with a mount for anything like that. I'm not even sure you can, detach this to put a different mount on here. Comes with a quick start guide, comes with a manual here. The manual is colored. Fairly easy to read and learn how to operate the projector. Comes with a remote, comes with an HDMI cable, comes with a standard American plug if you're over here in America. I'm assuming if you're over in a different country, Europe, it comes with your European adapter, But that's basically it. Now I'm just gonna jump right into the tech specs that are on the box here. Of course, shows the color black. Wi-Fi 6. This is a Wi-Fi 6 projector. Keystone correction is voluntary, or I guess they should put manual. You can manually correct the keystone, or you can automatically correct the keystone. That's what I have it set on, automatic correction. Basically, when you tilt the projector, the image that's on the wall automatically straightens up and goes into the correct aspect ratio and size. This has a bulb life of 5,000 hours. I said 5,000, 50,000 hours bulb life, and this is LED, of course. The speaker is 3 watts. Projection size is 40 to 200 inches. Fan noise, I would say it says on here minus 25 decibels. So less than 25 decibels. I would assume that it gets into that area. I will show a sound kind of snippet a little bit later. Product size is 4 inches by 4.7, 0.07, 7.6. A lot of stuff that doesn't really matter. It's small. Weight 1.1 pound. And that is basically it when it comes to that. When I go a little bit deeper into the projector, I'll set up my screen and everything. I'll kind of go over some of the menu and the tech specs within the projector itself. And I wanted to kind of show you the sound profile on this real quick. Let me get it hooked up here, and I'll plug it in, turn it on so that you can at least hear what it sounds like. So the projector is plugged in and turned on, and this is the sound noise. I'm about a foot away from my boom mic here. So this fan does get somewhat loud, but it's not too loud. The 3-watt speaker that's built into this projector does drown out some of that noise a little bit. Of course, not overwhelmingly great, but it will do the job just fine. And next I'm going to go over the look and feel and features of this projector, starting with the lens on the front here, kind of convex lens. You probably want to keep some cleaner around to keep that wiped off. And then you have your focus adjustment right on the front of this projector. Moving back to the back, of course, we already went over the stand here. It's a notchy stand. There's no kind of smooth adjustment. It just goes in notches. So if you kind of are fighting with your projector screen to get that perfect spot, this may not be the projector for you because it doesn't move smooth like. If you're projecting this on a wall or anything like that, you'd probably be fine. But on a screen, you're going to want to have some kind of stand that can move this up and down a little bit. So you put it here and then you move it up and down to kind of get it perfectly centered on your screen. Now, you got your branding on the top, of course, and then moving around to the back, you have a power button, you have your HDMI out or HDMI in on the back here. You have headphone jack, so you can listen to the audio output going to some headphones, or you can plug in a 3.5 millimeter jack and put that into a speaker set, to a sound bar. You can also hook this up to a Bluetooth set. This does accept Bluetooth, so you can hook it up to a Bluetooth set of speakers if you would like as well. Works pretty good. I have done that before with this. And then also you have a USB input on the back here. So if you have movies or pictures or anything on a USB drive, you can just plug that directly into there and it'll read that media right away. And then you making your way a little bit more to the right of the USB drive, you have the infrared beam for the remote here. So, you know, most people will be behind the projector and they would control it from behind and not in front, and that's where the infrared beam is. I don't think there is one on the front of this, so you're probably going to want to make sure you're behind this projector when trying to control it. Then you have your plug there, of course, and that is basically it. You have your exhaust and your venting for the fans, and I believe this speaker is built onto the back of here or around here because there's no speaker vents anywhere else unless it's on the front here. So. And next I'm going to go and get this thing set up, project some images onto my screen, kind of go through the menu, and then I'll come back here. All right, and we have the projector loaded up here, and up at the top left you can see I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. I'm not connected to a Bluetooth speaker or anything. If I wanted to get a little clearer or a little louder or better sound, I can get a Bluetooth speaker, connect to it instead of the 3-watt speaker that's built into the projector. But for now, I'll just use that one. You got your DLNA protocol there. You can connect to your computer or a laptop wirelessly over your Wi-Fi, and it kind of explains how you connect to that when you click on it. I'm going to click back here. iOS cast, same thing. You can connect to your phone via cable, or you can cast via Wi-Fi as well. I don't rock with Apple too much, so I can't really show that off, and so we'll go back here. I do have an Android, so I can attempt to connect here. It's fairly simple. On my phone here, I can scroll into my menu. Let's focus here and go over to cast. Click on that. It will pull up my cast, and then it'll show the projector. I can click on that. And it takes a couple seconds, boom, and it pairs to the projector. And that is it. I can scroll, boom, and I can go on YouTube if I want to play some YouTube videos or anything like that. So let's get this loaded up. All right, and so scroll through. I can play any YouTube vids. Let's just pull one up real quick, and you can hear the sound a little bit, but I'll eventually kind of like block that out. And then on my phone you can see here, and I'm gonna set it and scroll through, and that is basically it.
I don't think you can beat this for its price. I genuinely think
decent sound there.
Best affordable wheel on the market.
All right, and so now I'll click back on the remote here that is in my hand. And there we go. Connection has been reset. And so now I'll show the HDMI here. So I have my laptop connected to the back of the projector as well. And if I click on HDMI, it should automatically read the signal. There it goes. And I can just hit play here.
Much bigger than a phone. I'm sure this will fit into your pocket.
Playing one of my old videos there. This is from one of the other projectors. This company sells the Nativerezmedia projector there. And check that video out at any time. That projector actually has a battery built in that can be recharged.
So that's what you can use to run this while looking at videos, things like that.
Let's go in here and turn the volume down a little bit. And decent picture there, as you can see. All right, so I'm gonna click out of there. And I can go over to USB. If I had a USB dongle or a USB thumb drive with some videos on it, I can play from there, pictures, things like that, if I'm at a wedding or anything, or at any kind of gathering, things like that. If I click on it, it's going to show that there's no USB connected. Now I can go over to settings and I'll walk you guys through the menu here real quick. Up in the top left, you have network. You want to connect to your network. If I click on that, it'll scan for your networks. Mine shows I'm connected because I am connected there, but I can connect to any network that it finds. This does have Wi-Fi 6, so it has decent connectivity there. So let's get out of the network. Then you got your Bluetooth. That is how you will scan for any Bluetooth devices that are ready to be paired to. So if you want to connect to your Bluetooth speakers, that is how it is done. All right, so next, let's get out of here. You have your input signal. So obviously HDMI, if I click on that, it'll connect back to my HDMI. That is a decent signal coming out of there. So let's go back to my settings here. Then you have your display. So if I click on display, it has multiple display modes. So I have it on auto keystone correction. So however I tilt the projector, it will automatically try to correct for the keystone to show a good picture on the screen. Then you can go into manual keystone if you want to do it manually, if you want to kind of fine tune it a little bit there. But I like the auto keystone correction. It's quick and it works pretty good. Initial angle correction. This is basically what you will use to kind of calibrate the projector. You put it flat on a flat surface, straight, do the initial correction so that the auto keystone correction will work correctly. Then you have your screen scaling. I'm in 16:9. Obviously, you can go on in here and change it to 16:10, 4:3, original screen ratio, whatever I am, casting to it. It will correct for the ratio there, and screen zoom, things like that. I can zoom it as it shows. Press left and right keys to zoom and adjust things like that. So there we go. So I'm going to get out of there. And you have your projection mode. So if I click on that, you have your front projection. That is what I'm using now. Rear projection. So if I am going to be putting this projector behind the screen, if I have one of those kind of screens that can project from behind, this is what I can do. So some people have home theaters that they don't want the projector out where the people are sitting. You can kind of put it behind. Then you have your front ceiling projector. So if I face it at the ceiling, I can project directly on the ceiling there. And you have your rear ceiling projection. So it just all depends on how you want to do it. So I put the projector on the ceiling. It'll kind of like tilt it, turn it down. This projector, unfortunately, doesn't really have mounts to mount it on the ceiling. So I'm thinking it's just built into the software, unless you're going to be taping it up there with some double-sided sticky tape or something. But that's basically it for the display. So I'm going to go to the audio. Audio just is some kind of sound effect. I do not know what that sound effect is. Oh, no, I know what it is. It's when you turn it on, it just does clicks. So you can hear the clicks as you click through the menu there. That's what it is. I forgot. So just keep that off. Then you have your general settings, which is just the device name. I can go in, change it. I'm not going to do all that. It brings up the keyboard. Then I can go into the system, and this is where you can do any kind of system upgrades, updates, and things like that. You can change the date and time, change your language, or do a factory reset. So I can do a local update, or I can do an online update. If I download the file, that's what local is. Online is if I want to scan for any kind of update. I can check for any updates that are available. So no updates are available. Yay. So get out of there. And that's basically it. It's very intuitive, but simple. And I can click through. It's quick with the clicking. No issues there. And as you can see, the picture is decent, but I do want to note that I believe this is just like a 720, maybe 1080p picture. It's not 4K. It says on the box that it's 4K, but I believe that it can read a 4K signal, but it's not going to output a 4K picture. On the sides there, up near my internet connection, it does start to get a little fuzzy the further away from the center that you go. I've tried to correct it a little bit, but I believe that it is just built into how the lenses work and things like that. It doesn't really distract you much when you're watching videos and things like that. But if you are looking for it, you do see a little fuzz on the outer edges of the picture. So I'm just going to go back to my desk and finish up the review. All right, and now I'm going to give you my overall opinion on this projector, the T08 here. I think this is a decent projector with, of course, some flaws. One being that, once this is projected, it shows a nice, clean image. This isn't 4K, anything like that. I believe it's 1080p, but it might be 720. Who knows with some of these mini projectors. Image is more than adequate for most people for home use, things like that, playing games, taking a camping trip, things of that nature. But it's not like going to be ultra clear. But you gotta look at the price. Price on this thing is not that expensive. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now. So not too bad as far as the price. But I would say the rattling on the focus wheel a little bit, if it's moving, you can hear it a little bit. That kind of can be a little annoying when you're moving it around, but obviously when it's sitting there, it's not going to rattle, so you don't have to worry about that. The fact that this doesn't have any kind of extra mounts, any other mounts, you have to set this on the table. That kind of sucks, but again, if you're camping, you can put it on a rock in the grass, something like that. If you're at home, get a little table, set it on the table, you're good to go. A lot of people that are getting these, they're doing it for office work. Like I said, camping, being at home, this is just fine. You're not going to need any kind of tripod mounting solution or anything like that. So you should be good to go. That's about it when it comes to the cons. When this is Wi-Fi, you can hook up to your DLNA server at home, stream movies to it. It's a kind of all-around solution with some kind of compromises. So overall, it's a decent buy. Would I personally buy this projector? I don't know. I kind of like the last LFOS projector, the battery operated one that they sent out to me. That one was awesome. This seems to me like a slight step back from that, but it depends on what you need. If you don't need that wireless battery operated power, this works just fine. And I think this is a lot cheaper than that one by like half the cost. So, hey, if this is what you're looking for, this is the review for you. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions or comment, please do it down below. Peace.